you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name's Amy D, and today I'm gonna be bringing you guys a recipe that I actually have never made, but it is not a hard recipe. Have you guys ever made milanesa before? It's literally steak that's pan fried. So as I mentioned to you guys before, I am getting into cooking a lot because I have to cook for my dad every day. So because of that, I no longer worry just about myself, but also about his nutrition. And so in trying to figure out what recipes I'm gonna make for the week, this is something that came up for me when I was grocery shopping the other day. So I got some milanesa cut up steak, which basically, if you don't know what kind of steak this is bistec de pierna de res, which is beef top round. That's what it's called. So I got some fillets that are specifically for this, for milanesa. Now, in Googling, because it's been years since I ate milanesa, you guys, and in trying to figure out what I was gonna serve it with, because my dad is bougie, okay? He's not just like, come das carne and that's it, I'm good. No, he wants his 4 or 5 course meal, okay? And I'm like, you better relax, because I'm not even used to cooking this much, even though I love cooking. But there's definitely a change when you have to do it every day versus you just wanting to do it because algo se te antojó. Anyways, I figured that I would acompañar the milanesa with some salad and some French fries, which I will be cooking the French fries in the, ¿cómo se llama? Anyways, I don't remember the name. How is it that I just forgot? It's not a pan fryer. What the fuck? An air fryer! Okay, so I will be cooking the French fries in the air fryer. I have already peeled the potatoes, cut it up, and I've actually already soaked them in water, which I'll show you guys. I have them in the fridge right now. They've been soaking in water since the morning. They're right here. And the reason why you do this is because they actually fry better when you put them and soak them in water first. You know those In-N-Out fries that a lot of you guys love so much? And I say a lot of you guys because they're not my favorite. But basically they soak them in water before they actually fry them, and that's how they're able to get cooked in the middle a lot better and also get fried on the outside, and they're just crispy and they're good. So I am gonna be making French fries in the air fryer. We went to Target earlier today and I didn't have salad, so I actually purchased this Italian blend. So this is basically what I'm gonna serve it with. And before we get there, because before there's still a process in the things that you actually kind of have to make, is preparing your meat. So I'm gonna prepare the meat with you guys. I'm gonna show you guys how to prepare it, and I'm actually not gonna be cooking until later on for dinner, but you want to prepare it before, at least 30 minutes before, so that the meat actually soaks up whatever ingredients you're gonna be putting into your blend. So let's do that first. What you're gonna need to soak up the meat is gonna be milk. And honestly, when I saw this, it was a little bit weird for me because I'm not really used to making stuff and soaking it in milk, but I can see why that's done. So you need milk, you need 2 eggs, at least 2 eggs. So we're gonna bring out the eggs. You guys, so many of you guys are like, oh my gosh, se me antojaron los molletes. I want them so bad. On my previous video, if you didn't watch it, go ahead and watch it. But okay, so let me show you guys the ingredients that you're gonna need. So this is the milk that I have. You're gonna need 2 eggs. So here are my 2 eggs. Okay. You're gonna need salt. You are going to need pepper. You're gonna need garlic. And you are going to need onion powder. Now, I personally don't have onion powder. So if you don't have onion powder, it's totally okay. You're just gonna get a little bit of white onion, chop it up really, really fine, and then you're gonna put it all in the mix. So now that we have everything that we need, and of course we need the steak, let's get to preparing this. Give me 1 second so I can set you guys up and so you guys can actually see what I'm doing, because I want to show you guys this is a recipe. All right, you guys, so I have moved you guys to a different angle of the house because I want to make sure that I could set you up on a tripod and you can actually see what I'm doing. So actually I need a little bit more lighting than what I currently have in the kitchen. So let me go ahead and turn on the lights really quick before I show you guys what I'm doing. Okay, that is so much better. So because I'm only going to be cutting a little bit of my onion and I'm using white onion for this, I'm actually going to be using a paper plate for it. If you rather use a cutting board for this, you're more than welcome to. I just personally don't want to dirty my big cutting board just for this. So let me go ahead and place you guys to what I'm actually doing. Now what this white onion is gonna do is literally give it the flavor. Now, of course, you wanna cut it as fine as you want. And again, it's just for flavoring, you guys. So, okay, so first things first, we're gonna be cutting up both of the eggs. You're gonna wanna beat the egg. Here's where you're gonna put your onion. You're gonna put your garlic. You're gonna put your pepper. And this is again to season the meat, you guys. So you are going to be generous and you can use whichever salt you want. And now you are gonna go in with the milk. Now, because I'm only cooking for my dad and I will only be using probably 2 of these pieces, but this is what it looks like. And you're gonna wanna make sure that it gets all in there. And depending on how much you're making is let's see, I'm gonna make 3 pieces so that I can take some for lunch and have some left over. So now you make sure that everything is covered. And once you have everything covered, you place it in the fridge for at least 30 minutes. Now, the reason why you're placing it in the fridge, you guys, is so that this meat can season itself in there for at least 30 minutes. The longer you leave any meat in the fridge with any seasoning in it, the more seasoned it will be. The more the seasoning will get inside of the meat and the better it will taste. Now, I'm going to put this away and I'm actually gonna be freezing it for next time that I make some milanesa or another type of meat in the future. This recipe is really not that difficult. Later on, we're gonna go and get to pan frying it. So I'm gonna clean this up and I will see you guys in a few hours. Perfect. All right, you guys. So now it's probably been about 3 hours that I've kept the steak inside of the fridge. And that was just because I did not want to cook for dinner until at a later time. I'm hungry now, so I'm gonna get the steak out of the fridge. Actually, the steak and the potatoes. So if you guys remember, I had the potatoes in water and they were sitting in the fridge, and I also had the steak in there. So it smells pretty good. Here is, well, you guys can't really see it, but I'm actually gonna bread it now, and I'm gonna show you guys what I use. So you can use any, I guess, breadcrumbs that you personally prefer. I got these. Now there's also one that they sell that has like an Italian seasoning. I actually like that one, but that one was out of stock when I went to the store and bought it. Now this one actually says that it has Latin herbs and spices, but I'm also gonna add a little bit of salt and a little bit of garlic. And also, something that I'm forgetting is Italian seasoning. So you're gonna add, I'm gonna add this to this, and then we're gonna see what we're gonna do. So let me show you guys. So now what you want to do is you're going to grab one of these, and you're essentially going to coat it with the breading. Now you want to make sure that you get it all and pat it. This is gonna be so good. Okay, so here is the first one. All right, you guys, so I have finished breading the steak, and now I'm going to take the water out of the potatoes because I'm gonna be frying them in the air fryer. Now, if you remember earlier when I shared with you guys about the air fryer, I actually, I'm trying to, I guess, not dirty it as much, and so I decided to put aluminum foil in here to see if that kind of works. But before I start on that process, I am going to start heating up my pan right here, and I'm gonna turn it on to medium high, and I'm gonna pour the oil in there. This is gonna be with vegetable oil because I am frying, and vegetable oil is used for frying. The frying comes out so much better with it. So this is the one that I'm using. I'm actually gonna be opening it just now, so that's why I needed to put you guys down for a little bit. Let me bring you guys right back. So boom. We are going to wait for this oil to get hot. The purpose is we want the oil to get completely hot before we actually put any meat in there. You always want your oil to get completely hot before you put anything in there. So in the meantime that happens, I'm gonna take this water out of here, and I'm going to dry my potatoes. You don't want wet potatoes going into your fryer. So I'm gonna get some tissue here, and let me show you guys what I'm doing. And you can choose to do this in various ways. I like to do this. And I cut them a little bit thicker because I don't want them thin. This is literally how you dry them. And the next step is to put them in here. So I'm gonna spray them with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. and pop them in here. Boom. I got it to close. I'm gonna turn it on for about 15 minutes and that's gonna start cooking. In the meantime, the oil is getting hot. I know it's not hot yet because I did literally just placed it there. Now, I don't know about you guys, but as I'm cooking, I also like to be washing and I also like to be putting things away because I don't like last minute for there to be a bunch of mess that I have to wash. That's part of the reason why a lot of us don't necessarily want to cook all of the time because it takes so much effort than just cooking. Whew. So let me bring the meat this way. The oil is still heating up. I'm gonna turn you guys off for like 5 minutes. Let it go ahead and continue to get hot. I'm gonna wash these little plates that I have here and then I will be right back to fry these. All right, it's time to fry. I better turn this on because we're about to hear some stuff. So I set this up, you guys, because I don't have something to, this is what I'm gonna use to like remove the excess oil. But let's go in with the first one. They're pretty long. La próxima. Okay, you guys, so now I have two. For that third one, I definitely had to add some more vegetable oil because you want the steak to be coated equally. You don't want it to be uneven because then it's not gonna fry evenly. So I'm actually gonna be making the salad over here and I'm gonna toss it. I put some croutons and this is what I'm going to be using as the vinaigrette. So we're gonna put some vinaigrette in here and literally put the top and toss it. Let's check on the fries. You guys, I have to be honest. I had to take off that aluminum because it was becoming frustrating when I was like checking the fries and tossing them because I like to open up the air fryer every once in a while to toss the fries so that they can get fried throughout all of the areas. And I was like, you know what? I will just wash you. I'm okay with washing you as long as my fries come out great. So I'm excited. It's gonna come out so good. All right, you guys, it is getting to that time that I'm gonna begin serving. So I'm gonna serve the salad first. Now I toss it this way before I serve it. That way all of the leaves can actually get some vinaigrette on them and everything is equally coated. So pro tip, if you want your salad to be equally coated, throw it in a Tupperware and then literally just toss it. All right, so the potatoes or the fries have about 5 more minutes to go. I just went in there, put a little bit more of the spray oil, and I put some salt on them so that when they come out, I don't have to add more salt to them. So now let's go ahead and serve our plates. There you go. And here you have it. Oh my gosh. Honestly, you guys, dinner at my house today. A ver, pa. Ya está servida tu comida. You wanted some Coke with it. ¿Quieres ketchup, mayonesa? ¿Qué se te ofrece?
Mayonesa.
Mayonesa. You guys, we eat milanesa con mayonesa. I don't know about you guys, but that's how I grew up eating it. And so, vamos a agarrar la mayonesa. Y a mí personalmente me gustan las papas con catsup y mayonesa. So, I'm gonna get some catsup. Woo, I'm so proud of it. And look at my flowers, you guys. They are so beautiful. And I'm super proud of this plate. I think I mentioned it, but if I didn't mention it, Dad and I are splitting one steak. So we're actually gonna have two to share. And that's actually a great thing. So now let me figure out what I'm gonna drink and let's try this food. Crunch. De nuevo, ¿qué dijiste?
Se ve muy emocionante.
La comida. Vámonos. ¿Qué te parece? ¿Cómo se ve?
Beautiful, professional.
Bien, chef. Le vamos a poner ketchup a las papas. Yummy. Y ahorita que mi papá termine con la mayonesa, la va a probar. A ver qué le parece. A ver. Sí, está rico. Como de restaurante.
Muy buena. Sí.
Muy buena. Very, very good. I'm very proud of what I just made, you guys, especially being my first time. This is my first time making milanesa. So let me know down below if you guys are gonna try this recipe. We are gonna eat. Let me try it with you guys before I let you go. And then I'll go ahead and finish my food. Okay, time for testing. You guys, before I try this, I'm literally sweating because I'm cooking, girl. I gotta get in the shower after this. Okay, so that chopped onion did wonders because it tastes so good. The fries came out perfect. ¿Qué te pareció la ensalada?
Good.
Perfecta.
And the fries come jumping out of the plate.
All right, you guys. Let me know if you tried this recipe down below. Love you guys. Till next time. Bye.